On this Veterans Day weekend, 8 local veterans are honored in McFarland for their service and sacrifice. Plus, thousands across southern Wisconsin lacing up their running shoes to take on the Madison Marathon today. And new details tonight out of Dallas following a devastating mid-air plane crash at an air show. That's all coming up right now at 10. Good evening, everyone, and thanks for joining us tonight. I'm McKenna Alexander. Taking a live look right now at the Capitol on this Sunday night. Another school and work week lies ahead. Meteorologist Gary Canalti is out on the patio tonight. Gary, sounds like we could be seeing some snow accumulation in just a matter of days.
Yeah, a couple days from now. Today was just quiet and cold. Tomorrow will be about the same, but we'll see a little more cloud cover. But Tuesday into Wednesday is the time period that we're watching. Let's start out by taking a look at the time lapse from the WISC-TV Skycam. A little sunshine this morning, and then more clouds started to come in this afternoon, and there was a little sunshine between those clouds, but for the most part it was mostly cloudy. As we look at Doppler track right now, some light snow across parts of the Dakotas into western Minnesota. Most of that is just very light snow. That system should stay to our north, but it's possible we could see a flurry or two of snow from that during the day tomorrow. High temperatures today barely above freezing. 33 in Madison, 34 in Janesville. To the north, didn't even get above freezing. 30 for the high in Camp Douglas, 31 at the Baraboo Dells Airport. And right now temperatures range from 14 up in Black River Falls, where there are some breaks in the clouds, to mainly the mid-20s elsewhere. A little warmer closer to Lake Michigan. Milwaukee's still at 31, but across Dane County, already down to 25 degrees in McFarland, Mount Horeb, and Verona. Look for those temperatures to continue to drop overnight, but some snow on the way for Tuesday into Tuesday night. We have an alert day in the forecast for about a 1 to 3 inch snowfall and perhaps another inch of accumulation on Wednesday. Look for an overnight low temperature tonight of about 24 degrees with mostly cloudy skies. Again, just a couple of flurries tomorrow, but Tuesday is the time to watch. I'll show you when the snow will arrive and when it'll end in just a few minutes.
All right, thanks, Gary. It was a chilly and early start today for thousands here in Madison as runners geared up for 26.2 grueling miles during the city's annual marathon. A half marathon and a 10K course were also available for those who wanted a lighter load. Runners had 6 hours until 1 o'clock to complete the course, which began and ended at Capitol Square. So if you're doing the math, that's just under a 14 minute per mile pace, so pretty impressive. Organizers say the event's also a big benefit to our community.
The Madison Marathon will provide an economic impact of between $500,000 and $600,000. So it's just really nice to have these events back downtown. The support of the community is huge. So not only do you have all the runners that are accomplishing these major goals, but you have all these supporters who are out here cheering them on. It's really fun to see the energy.
And a part of the fun of a race, of course, are the goodies that you receive at the end, with all participants treated to a post-run meal before going home with a long-sleeve shirt, race photos, and, of course, a medal to show off their accomplishment. And it wouldn't be a Wisconsin Marathon without a post-race beer provided to all runners 21 and older. Well, lots of winners there, including the Packers. Turning now to sports, the Packers' losing streak done after 5 games. It took overtime, but the green and gold got the job done against the Cowboys. Jordan joins us now with a look at what went down in this back-and-forth battle with Dallas.
Yeah, the game didn't look and it didn't feel like a mid-season matchup considering all the factors heading in. Green Bay's got a 5-game skid. Dallas has back-to-back wins over NFC North teams. Plus, Mike McCarthy, the longtime head coach for the Packers, returns to Lambeau for the first time since 2018. All of that coupled with the epic rivalry, yeah, it's going to make for an intense game. We're going to the fourth quarter. Dallas up 28-14. Christian Watson's show continues. He hauls in his second and third touchdowns of the day to tie this game up. And it's going to go to overtime where defense comes up with some huge stops to bring the Packers back out on the field. And then they're going to turn it over to Mason Crosby, who nails the 28-yard field goal. And the Packers can now breathe a sigh of relief.
It's been a long time to stand up here and have a smile. So I'm super proud of our guys. It's been too long to have that feeling, to go in the locker room and to see the just sheer joy. It's something that is going to stick with me for a long time.
A lot to unpack from today's game with the Cowboys. We're going to dive deeper into Watson's career day and how the Packers prevailed. That's coming up in sports.
All right, thanks, Jordan. In McFarland, it was a day of honoring those who fought for the red, white, and blue as Korean War veterans were recognized in a ceremony this afternoon. The annual event had some new additions this year to help pay tribute to those who served. Our Captain Mark spoke with some of the veterans who were honored today and shares their brave stories.
The American Legion Post 534 holds the colors red, white, and blue close to the heart.
This is their happy place.
This is Dale Sankey.
They come here, they got camaraderie.
The Legion has become a second home for him and other veterans after serving.
People understand what you're talking about. If you're not a veteran and you haven't been in, it's really hard to relate.
It means a lot to be respected, and that's what you get when you come to a place like this.
In the backyard of the Legion lies 106 flags. The story behind this memorial goes back to a veteran who ended up coming home to Wisconsin.
We had a Korean veteran that was a member here, that he was a victim of the Korean War, where he was in a concentration camp. When he got to where it was peaceful enough to get out of the truck, he saw a flag and he went and hugged the flag. And the sergeant came up and says, "Son, someday you'll have enough flags that you can fly your own."
Keeping those colors close to the heart meant this place for veterans right here in McFarland.
And when he came here, that was his dream. And then everybody in McFarland followed his dream.
Today's event was a reminder to honor our country's symbols. But the bond that these veterans have created with their fellow countrymen is held just as near and dear.
And to have these guys stand up and tell their story that they've never been able to do, it's very gratifying.
It's a good feeling. It's a wholesome feeling.
Reporting in McFarland, I'm Catherine Merck with News 3 Now.
In more local news tonight, one person is dead and another injured after a crash in the town of Oregon yesterday afternoon. The Dane County Sheriff's Office reports alcohol could have been a factor in the crash that took place when two cars collided at an intersection. That happened on Rome Corners Road and County Highway MM. The victims' names are not being released at this time, and the crash is still being investigated. And this morning, a crash in the intersection of Highway 14 and County Road H outside Janesville left another man dead. According to the Rock County Sheriff's Office, the man was driving when his car collided with another vehicle that was turning onto the highway. Authorities say the driver was not wearing a seatbelt. An 18-year-old passenger was taken to the hospital but released with minor injuries, and the driver of the other vehicle involved was also not hurt. Federal Aviation Administration officials are investigating why two vintage warplanes collided midair in Dallas, a tragedy that killed 6 people on board and horrified the dozens of spectators watching. JD Miles has the latest updates from Texas.
Smoldering wreckage is all that remains tonight after two vintage warplanes collided midair at a Dallas air show, horrifying onlookers.
I just see like flames and everything go flying.
The NTSB is investigating what caused the Bell P-63 King Cobra to fly into the Boeing B-17 Flying Fortress. Michael Graham is with the NTSB.
Do we think it was a mechanical failure or pilot error as part of this? It's too early to tell.
It was on the airport. We had an air collision.
Video captured by spectators will be vital to finding out what happened, says former NTSB chair and CBS aviation safety analyst Robert Sumwalt. What did you think when you saw the video?
It appears that the P-63 is approaching the B-17 at a very steep bank angle, which would prohibit that pilot from being able to see the B-17.
Among the 6 killed in the crash, Terry Barker and Lynn Root, both retired American Airlines pilots. They were on board the B-17 bomber. Remarkably, no one on the ground was hurt. What does this say about the future of air shows?
I think the air shows are a very important part of recognizing our heritage. Air shows can typically be done safely.
Still, these were very experienced pilots at the controls, which raises questions about whether vintage warplanes are better off on display than in the air. JD Miles, CBS News, Dallas.
In California, at least 5 people were hurt after a car crashed into a Ross store. It happened last night in Natomas near Sacramento. The security camera footage shows 4 different angles of the car drive through the storefront. Responders transported 3 people to the hospital, with one person described as being in critical condition. 2 others were released at the scene. The driver of the SUV was arrested on charges related to driving under the influence and possession of narcotics. Still ahead tonight at 10, in-person worship services returning to a local church for the first time since 2019. And new numbers showing more and more people are heading back to the gym, an indicator the fitness industry is thriving after the pandemic. We'll be right back on News 3 Now at 10.
When moderate to severe ulcerative colitis persists, put it in check with Rinvoq, a once-daily pill.
When UC got unpredictable, I got rapid symptom relief with Rinvoq. Check.
When UC held me back, I got lasting steroid-free remission with Rinvoq. Check.
And when UC got the upper hand, Rinvoq helped visibly repair the colon lining.
Check. Rapid symptom relief, lasting steroid-free remission, and a chance to visibly repair the colon lining. Check, check, and check.
Rinvoq can lower your ability to fight infections, including TB, serious infections and blood clots, some fatal, cancers, including lymphoma and skin cancer. Death, heart attack, stroke, and tears in the stomach or intestines occurred. People 50 and older with at least one heart disease risk factor have higher risks. Don't take if allergic to Rinvoq, as serious reactions can occur. Tell your doctor if you are or may become pregnant.
Put UC in check and keep it there with Rinvoq.
Ask your gastroenterologist about Rinvoq and learn how AbbVie could help you save.
Need life insurance? SelectQuote found Jacob, 40, a $500,000 policy for only $19 a month. And SelectQuote found his wife, Wendy, a $500,000 policy for only $17 a month.
Our secret? At SelectQuote, we aggressively comparison shop up to 10 highly rated companies to find you the company with the best rates. Why pay more? Give your family the security they need at a price you can afford. SelectQuote. We shop, you save.
Turkey? Check. Cranberries. Stuffing? Pie? Check, check, check. Potatoes sweet and mashed? Check. Now what about that post-turkey nap? Don't worry. The Black Friday Super Sale at Denver Mattress has you covered. Shop today and save $100 on every $1,000 you spend. Or get a $300 gift when you purchase any Tempur-Pedic. And check out the Summit Firm for only $279.99. Plus 4 years no interest and free shipping. The Black Friday Super Sale, on now at Denver Mattress.
There will always be bumps in the road, but we got guts, America. We got freedom. We got power. We got future. So let's drive on and make the future we want to see together. Because your new Ford vehicle is just the start of a journey. So stop by your Ford dealer today and claim one of the thousands of new Ford trucks and SUVs on their way. We've been building this country for 119 years, but we're just getting started.
On the Jennifer Hudson Show. I am so excited about the show today. We've got Lovecraft country star Jonathan Majors. Then I play a game called Two Truths and a Lie with my staff.
On the next Jennifer Hudson Show at 3. You're watching News 3 Now at 10.
Today marks the beginning of Transgender Awareness Week. 1.6 million Americans identify as transgender, and the goal of this week is to raise the community's visibility in a positive way. This year, at least 15 states have either restricted access to gender-affirming care or taken up legislation that would do so. Some of the bills even go so far as to penalize healthcare providers and even family members. A recent survey by the Trevor Project indicates 93% of trans and non-binary youths worry about being denied access to care. America's $32 billion fitness industry is finally bouncing back from the pandemic. Monthly visits to gyms from March through August rose more than 18% over 2019, according to retail industry data. New memberships have also increased, with sales per square foot at gyms up 34% in August compared to 2021. Planet Fitness, which has more than 2,300 stores, added an impressive 300,000 members in the second quarter of this year. It's a far cry from the peak of the pandemic, when 1/4 of gyms went out of business and entire fitness chains went bankrupt. In fact, after a period of decline, the fitness industry overall is on track to grow over 4% this year, according to industry experts. For the first time since the pandemic, Good Shepherd Lutheran Church's entire congregation came together in person today. The event, held at Verona Area High School, was full of what the pastor called a ruling of joy and hope.
Being able to worship online is awesome, and I'm thankful that we are able to do that. But there's something about being together. Everyone knows we miss that. Whether you're part of a church, a school, a business, there's something about being in a space together.
During COVID, the church got creative by creating a food truck and mobile church called Holy Cow, but church leaders say having their congregation surrounding them is unmatched. In politics, as the Democrats are predicted to keep control of the Senate, the GOP is still hoping to take control of the House of Representatives. But as Christian Benavides reports, that majority is looking like a slim margin.
This is a very happy day.
Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer is celebrating a crucial victory for Democrats.
We were on the edge of autocracy, and thank God the American people pulled us back in this election.
With Nevada Senator Catherine Cortez Masto's projected win against Republican Adam Laxalt, Democrats will hold on to their narrow Senate majority.
This election, Nevadans rejected the far-right politicians working to divide us.
Democrats and Republicans alike are hoping to gain one more seat in next month's Georgia runoff election between Senator Raphael Warnock and GOP challenger Herschel Walker.
It's simply better. The bigger the numbers, the better.
Even as midterm votes are still being counted, sources close to former President Donald Trump tell CBS News he is gearing up to announce a 2024 White House bid on Tuesday. Face the Nation's Margaret Brennan asked Arkansas Republican Senator Tom Cotton whether Trump should lead the GOP after the midterms failed to bring the red wave the party was anticipating.
When any party is out of power, as Republicans are now, we don't have a single leader, but we also have important other leaders as well, like some of those victors I just mentioned earlier, like Brian Kemp in Georgia, Ron DeSantis in Florida.
Meanwhile, several key races could help determine the shape of the new Congress. Though Democrats have a path, CBS News estimates Republicans maintain an edge in clinching control of the House. Cristian Benavides, CBS News, Miami.
Let's get a look now at your certified most accurate forecast with Chief Meteorologist Gary Canalti.
Well, the clouds are here. The snow can't be far behind. It's about a day or two off, but we will see it. 3 things you need to know in our forecast. Look for a cloudy day tomorrow with maybe a flurry, but the better chances for accumulating snow will be Tuesday and Tuesday night. Perhaps some snow showers, bringing some very minor accumulations on Wednesday. And then even colder weather is expected at the end of the week. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, all 3 days, high temperatures lower to middle 20s, about 20 degrees below average. Alert day in the forecast for Tuesday morning through Tuesday night for about 1 to 3 inches of snow accumulation, maybe another inch on Wednesday and some spotty snow showers, but all of southern Wisconsin will be affected by a widespread light snow. But, the first snow of the year, it's always hard for drivers to get acclimated again, so I'm sure the roads will be slippery. As we take a look at Doppler track right now, Wisconsin pretty quiet, even though we have lots of clouds here. To the west, the next weather system bringing some light snow. That will stay mainly to our north, but it could bring us a flurry or 2 of snow here during the day tomorrow. Weather track on Tuesday morning, beginning at 3:30. Here comes the snow from the south. This is the more important system. By 7 a.m., snow starting to spread into much of southern Wisconsin. By 4 p.m., it's possible there could be a mixture of rain and snow close to the Illinois and Wisconsin state line and up into the Milwaukee, or in fact, maybe even just rain right along the immediate shoreline. But inland, we'll probably see maybe a mixture of rain and snow for a short period of time, but mainly snow. And then as we head into Wednesday night, it kind of breaks up a little bit as we go into early Wednesday morning. You'll see more spotty types of snow showers that could bring an additional inch of accumulation. Future track snow accumulations, generally about a 1 to 2 or 3 inch snowfall. There could be some bands of heavier snow that could bring a 3 or 4 inch total in a few spots, but that'll be more the exception rather than the rule. The jet stream right now has flattened out, at least around our part of the Midwest. It's cold, but not as cold as it could be, and that's because the northerly jet stream is still just out to the west of us. And once that kicks in at the end of the week, our temperatures will really drop off. Low pressure still to our south and west. This little weather system to our north, the two are separated right now. So temperatures are just cold, but again, as they move, as the 2 other systems move eastward, they'll probably stay far enough apart that we're just looking at light snow for Tuesday into Tuesday night. Look for mostly cloudy skies tomorrow, a slight chance for a flurry, high temperature topping out at 37 degrees. Planning your day for tomorrow across Dane County, high 35 Pine Bluff, 35 in Mount Vernon, and 37 degrees in Edgerton. Again, slight chance for a flurry. Southern Wisconsin, 39 Janesville, 37 in Prairie du Chien, 34 for the high in La Crosse. Future track beginning early Tuesday morning. Again, that snow spreads in. There could be a mixture of rain and snow, at least a little point in the afternoon when temperatures are in the mid to upper 30s, but then they drop back closer to freezing. We'll see mainly snow Tuesday night into Wednesday when the snow becomes a little more spotty. As far as the snowfall amounts are concerned, we're probably looking at about a 1 to 2 inch snowfall. There could be a few spots that pick up 3 or 4. Otherwise, 7 to 10 day forecast. Temperatures turn even colder after the snow snow ends, down to 23 for a high on Friday and 25 Saturday and Sunday. Nighttime low temperatures in the lower teens. That's about what our average high temperature is at the coldest spot of the year in the middle part of January. But then the temperatures go up. At least the weather, it looks like it'll stay quiet as we head toward the Thanksgiving holiday.
I was going to say, with that snow and then those temperatures, I guess the snow would stick around for a little bit.
Right, you get the snow down, and then that helps keep it a little bit colder.
Great.
That's the difference between now and the end of the week.
All right, thanks, Gary.
Sure.
Still ahead, the Packers finally back in the win column. Jordan breaks down the game, coming up next in sports.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
I started saying one call, that's all, well over 20 years ago. Now everywhere I go, people say those words back to me. I'm grateful for that because it makes me feel part of something more important than just a law firm. Thank you for trusting us and for being our community.
The Internet of Things is evolving, creating the Internet of You. And Spectrum, America's leading internet and mobile provider, is bringing you seamless connectivity across all your devices. Introducing Spectrum One, Spectrum Internet with speeds of 300 megabits, advanced Wi-Fi, and Spectrum Mobile Unlimited, all for just $49.99 a month. Call 833-673-4999. Spectrum Internet delivers speeds up to a gig with over 99.9% network reliability. Advanced Wi-Fi provides enhanced security and privacy that automatically blocks threats to protect all of your devices. And Spectrum Mobile gives you unlimited talk, text, and data with nationwide 5G and the most reliable service coast to coast. Switch now. Call 833-673-4999. At Spectrum, it's not just about connecting things, it's about connecting you. Get it all with Spectrum One, Spectrum Internet, advanced Wi-Fi, and one line of Spectrum Mobile Unlimited for $49.99 a month. Call 833-673-4999 or visit a Spectrum store today.
Are you waking up in the morning with a sore jaw, headaches, maybe even ringing in your ears, all because you're grinding and clenching your teeth at night? That's exactly what was going on with me. That's when I found this, the Brooks Night Guard. Now, the Brooks Night Guard redirects the bite force away from the back teeth, reducing jaw pain while still protecting the teeth. This unique design is what makes Brooks Night Guard different from all other traditional grind guards. Go to brooksnightguard.com and order yours today.
To everyone who craves a fresh meal, come have a taste of Wisconsin.
America's Dairyland.
As in real dairy.
It gives Culver's fresh frozen custard its famous rich and creamy flavor.
Like really rich.
So rich.
Rich and creamy.
And our cook-to-order Butterburgers?
They're topped with, you guessed it, Wisconsin cheese.
But it's the smiles we put on your face with every meal made just for you.
It really makes our hearts melt.
From Wisconsin with love.
Welcome to Delicious.
Nice.
Turkey? Check. Cranberries. Stuffing? Pie? Check, check, check. Potatoes sweet and mashed? Check. Now what about that post-turkey nap? Don't worry. The Black Friday Super Sale at Denver Mattress has you covered. Shop today and save $100 on every $1,000 you spend. Or get a $300 gift when you purchase any Tempur-Pedic. And check out the Summit Firm for only $279.99. Plus 4 years no interest and free shipping. The Black Friday Super Sale, on now at Denver Mattress.
After a serious accident, you'll need a team to fight for the results you deserve. We're here for you whenever you need us. Groover Law Offices, proud partner of Wisconsin Athletics. One call, that's all.
For the first time in 42 days, the Packers will see a W on the schedule as their longest skid since Aaron Rodgers' first season as a starter officially comes to an end. And of course, getting the win, no easy task. Things looking bleak for the Packers midway through the second quarter until Rudy Ford gives the Pack some life. He picks off Dak Prescott, picks up some serious ground to set up Green Bay's tying tutty, which ends up being Christian Watson's first of the day. So that sequence is so nice that Rudy, he's going to do it twice. The next drive, he intercepts. That gives the Packers a chance to take the lead. And of course, they're going to capitalize. Now, if you were watching earlier in the show, you know that the Pack overcame a 2-score deficit to tie this game up again. Well, making that possible is rookie Christian Watson. He finishes the day with 4 grabs for over 100 yards and 3 touchdowns. The Packers get the win at home against their former head coach and can now start to turn things around.
Obviously on a really rough stretch, 5 in a row. We hadn't scored 30 points in a long time, seems like. So a lot of, Christian hadn't had a receiving touchdown. There were a lot of things that we turned around today. Just coincidence that Dallas was in town.
Badger Nation tearing it up in the NFL today. We're going to start in the NFC North, where Jack Sanborn gets his first career sack. It's on Jared Goff, and then he does it again. Finishes the day with 2 sacks and 2 tackles for loss. And then on offense, Russell Wilson's going to open up scoring in his game with a 66-yard pass to Jalen Virgil in the Broncos game with the Titans. And then down in Miami, Alec Ingold puts the Dolphins on the board in the first quarter en route to a dominant win over the Browns. Whitewater ended the regular season with a statement win over Stevens Point yesterday, allowing them to clinch a share of the WIAC title. So the Warhawks now look to the Division III playoffs. They're going to host Aurora University on Saturday for the first round. Kickoff is set for noon. After a tough loss in the Brew City Battle, Badger women's basketball returns to Madison for their home opener, hosting North Florida this afternoon. The Ospreys jump out to an early lead, and it's Christina Lu who sinks a jumper to pull Wisconsin within 1. She's going to try a few seconds later for the lead. Well, Sarah Williams is going to snag the offensive rebound and then put it back for 2. The Badgers are on top. They go on to win 77-54, return to action on Wednesday against Bradley. Joe Pavelski put on quite the show in Philly today. The former Badger not only had 2 assists, but he also had a power play goal, helping the Stars beat the Flyers 5-1. They improved to 9-5-1 on the season. Now, in case you missed it last night, Cole Caulfield nets his 9th goal of the season. Montreal then goes on to beat the Penguins in overtime.
Now, of course, we have to give a big shout out to everyone who was in the Madison Marathon this morning. We were there cheering people on, including our friend Alec Winter. He did awesome this morning. Look at all these signs. I'd like to draw attention to that sign in the bottom right corner. It still rings true this evening. Take a picture, take a screenshot, send him a text. Big shout out to everyone in the race this morning. It was cold. It was very cold. Everyone powered through.
No, it was. It was very impressive to see the showing, to see all the racers, and especially, like you said, in those temperatures.
And so many supporters running and cheering everyone on. It was so fun seeing that level of support.
It was, yeah. And that was, I mean, congratulations to everyone.
Congratulations to everyone. Final check of your first run forecast is coming up when we return.
It's the Black Friday Super Sale at Denver Mattress. Right now, save $100 on every $1,000 you spend. Or save up to $200 on our Doctor's Choice lineup. Plus 4 years no interest and free shipping. The Black Friday Super Sale, on now at Denver Mattress.
As falling leaves give way to snow, Midwestern winters bring rough weather and high energy bills. Feldco's here to help with our biggest sale of the season. 50% off windows, no money down, and no interest until 2024. Winter's right around the corner, and the clock is ticking.
50% off windows ends soon. Call now.
For quality windows, siding, and doors, call 866 for Feldco.
There will always be bumps in the road, but we got guts, America. We got freedom. We got power. We got future. So let's drive on and make the future we want to see together. Because your new Ford vehicle is just the start of a journey. So stop by your Ford dealer today and claim one of the thousands of new Ford trucks and SUVs on their way. We've been building this country for 119 years, but we're just getting started.
Do you have an idea for an invention, but you don't know what to do next? Call InventHelp. They've been helping inventors for 35 years. InventHelp has helped over 10,000 inventors get patents. You can meet with an InventHelp representative who'll keep your idea confidential and explain their invention process step by step. And InventHelp's databank includes over 9,000 companies who have agreed to review new ideas. Take action and get the help you need from InventHelp.
800-550-5543.
Moderate to severe eczema still disrupts my skin. Despite treatment, it disrupts my skin with itch. It disrupts my skin with rash. But now, I can disrupt eczema with Rinvoq. Rinvoq is not a steroid, topical, or injection. It's one pill once a day that's effective without topical steroids. Many taking Rinvoq saw clear or almost clear skin, while some saw up to 100% clear skin. Plus, they felt fast itch relief, some as early as 2 days. That's Rinvoq relief.
Rinvoq can lower your ability to fight infections, including TB, serious infections and blood clots, some fatal, cancers, including lymphoma and skin cancer, cancer. Death, heart attack, stroke, and tears in the stomach or intestines occurred. People 50 and older with at least one heart disease risk factor have higher risks. Don't take if allergic to Rinvoq, as serious reactions can occur. Tell your doctor if you are or may become pregnant.
Disrupts the itch and rash of eczema. Talk to your doctor about Rinvoq.
Learn how AbbVie can help you save.
It's the Black Friday Super Sale at Denver Mattress. Right now, save $100 on every $1,000 you spend. Or save up to $200 on our Doctor's Choice lineup. Plus 4 years no interest and free shipping. The Black Friday Super Sale, on now at Denver Mattress.
A small community's big tribute to its veterans, Monday at 10.
And tomorrow on CBS Mornings, Patti Smith reveals the process behind her new work, A Book of Days, and why photography became an important outlet after losing her husband nearly 30 years ago.
I didn't have much energy for anything except to take care of my children, but the need to create was very strong. And my husband's old Polaroid camera was just sitting on the bookcase, and I just took a picture. Just one photograph made me feel that I had done something of worth creatively that day. And then I got hooked.
You needed it in a way.
I did.
That story and more coming up on CBS Mornings tomorrow at 7 a.m. right after News 3 Now this morning. We also have some snow coming our way later this week, Gary.
Yeah, probably the first widespread accumulation, light accumulation, but accumulation nonetheless. And I'm sure it'll probably lead to some slippery road surfaces. Live view from the Edgewater Sky Camp. Mostly cloudy skies in Madison, but no snow around here. Some light snow in the Dakotas, western Minnesota. Could bring us a flurry or two of snow tomorrow. Current temperatures right now, 24 in Middleton, 25 Madison, 26 in Stoughton, and 28 degrees in Edgerton. Across the rest of southern Wisconsin, a little colder up to the north, already down to 17 in Camp Douglas and 13 in the perennial cold spot up in Black River Falls, but not much of a wind chill because there's not much of a wind out there. Look for skies to be mostly cloudy overnight and through the day tomorrow. Low tonight of about 24, high tomorrow 37. Just a slight chance for a flurry, but again, that alert day for Tuesday into Tuesday night for the possibility of about 1 to 3 inches of snow accumulations, perhaps another inch in a few spots on Wednesday. All of southern Wisconsin will be affected by that, and then it'll turn even colder at the end of the week.
Good time to bundle up and stay safe on the roads. Thanks, Gary, and thanks for joining us tonight. News 3 Now this morning starts at 4:30.